Well, exactly, in a way.
But not entirely.
Full employment, pretty much,
Yes.
at the time. Wages should be technically rising, right?
That's what you'd think, according to law of supply and demand. But management will do anything to keep from having to raise wages, even when there's a so-called shortage of labor. We created a lot of jobs in this country in the 90s, but they're not jobs that a person can live on. And that's what, completely undermines the myth of this great American job-producing economy. If you can't live on it, it doesn't count, it seems to me. It's not that people are even living at a sustainable level of suffering in many cases. They are living in what I would call a state of emergency. Not enough to eat in many cases, inadequate housing or no home, inadequate child care that really has them nervous all day about how their children are.
I'm just having a tough time because you don't see this. You don't see things being as bad as you described.
You don't see any of this. You don't see it, Jack, because you hang out at Goldman Sachs or wherever it is you want to go to work.
But they have philanthropy, public service. A lot of those people devote millions and millions and millions of dollars to building houses in poor communities.
Philanthropy. Don't tell me about philanthropy, Jack. The real philanthropists in our society are the people who work for less than they can actually live on, because they are giving of their time and their energy and their talents all the time so that people like you can be dressed well and fed cheaply and so on. They're giving to you. Wipe the counter, make the beds, and stack the shirts, and sell the bread, or work their wages, save for coffee, take orders for delivery, do the floors and greet the guests,
and wear the name tag on my chest.
Nickel and dime, oh, nickel and dime. There's no free lunch or overtime. We just get nickel and dime.
We just get nickel and dime.
Now 3 shifts at $2.25 plus tips will be $1.50. And then 2 days at 8, it makes $1.60.
That's $3.10 a week.
I got $6.50 in rent, and then $1.10 in gas and utilities. 2 for food and groceries leaves $25 a week for me. Nickel and dime, nickel and dime. There's no free lunch and no free time.
We just get nickel and dimes.
Someday, and I wouldn't make any predictions as to exactly when this will happen, people are going to get tired of getting so little in return for their work, and they're going to demand to be paid what they're worth. There will be a lot of anger when that day comes, and I think there will be strikes and disruption, but the sky will not fall, and we will all be better off for it in the end.
Now it don't always seem fair to me, but I'll get through it if I try.
I don't call this prosperity, cause we're just barely getting by. Until my daughter breaks a bone, or what if my old Buick dies?
Or Verizon disconnects the phone
and they mess up my whole credit line.
Nickel and dime, nickel and dime.
There's no free lunch and no free time.
There's no ladder I'm gonna climb.
I'd rather lead a life of crime than just get nickel and dime.
Don't take it too hard, Jack.